Yep, that's what 96 bales of straw looks like. I'm beat. And you can tell when I got the hat on, that means it's a bad hair day because I'm a sweaty mess and filthy. So, uh, everybody remember the story of Rumpelstiltskin? Boy, do I wish I was Rumpelstiltskin today. Spinning straw into gold, huh? God knows I got enough straw out there. So here's the deal. It is 4:01. The equity markets are closed, uh, and we're still watching what's going on with anything else. But Dow wound up closing up about 66 points. The funny part was the dollar index was actually slightly up today, about 0.2%. But guess what gold did? As of 4 o'clock, gold is over $2,000. It's the first time we've closed there in over a year. Okay. Uh, 2000 isn't any sort of milestone or anything like that, or any sort of resistance for the price of it. It's a psychological barrier, that's for sure. It's like, okay, now there's a two in the front when you're writing that check for an ounce of gold. But the fact of gold getting over $2,000 is significant. Now, I want to give you this. It was a good day for both precious metals. I mean, gold's up 2.6% thereabouts. I mean, it'll still trade for a little bit here after markets and stuff like that, but we got 2,000 on a close. Dragged silver along for the ride today. Silver was up over 2%, so 23 and a quarter is where silver's finishing out the day. So that's a good thing. Anybody that was picking up silver with what I showed you on Monday, that little special, you've already made up half your premium. So not too bad there. 4 days, made up 6%. Yeah, I'll take that. But where do we go from here? This is the catch. All right. Now, like I said, 2000 is a psychological barrier. That's it. Okay. Just because of what it is. The resistance where gold's going to hit a temporary top should be about 2010. If it goes through 2010 and can hold that, 2065 to 2070 is next. All right. So just giving you an idea. Even if you're a gold buyer here at this price, which I'd still suggest, you'll probably make up your premium within a couple of weeks. Once we get up to that, because usually premiums on an ounce of gold are usually somewhere around $60, something like that. So thereabouts. How far can we go from there? That's the big question. And here's your big answer. It looks like the Fed may stop raising interest rates at this point. If the Fed does, that's going to be devastating for the dollar, which is going to be a boon for gold. So I want you to think about this real quick. If you've got $20 bills in your pocket, the dollar is going to be worth significantly less going forward if the Fed stops raising rates, which it looks like they're going to. But gold and silver are going to go significantly up. The risk reward in this is astronomically good for having precious metals. Okay. The risk of going down in the short term is minimal, and the risk of gold and silver going down is minimal. The risk of the dollar going down is almost a certainty. Okay. So just telling you that. Now, of course, you got to come into play with the premiums and everything like that, so that makes a play. The gold and silver are not things that you day trade, week trade, or even month trade. But a lot of people, including me, still think we could see $3,000 gold by the end of the year. What does that mean? That means inflation is going to go through the freaking roof, and your dollar is going to be worth significantly less. Your spending power is going to suck. I know I've harped on gold and silver for 2.5 years, ever since the channel came out. You guys, if you watch Alaska Prepper, you know he said the same thing. Buy gold and silver, buy gold and silver. The dollar's going down, and we are seeing that. Okay. The dollar index closed at 102.19 today. All right. That is below the 103, which is, and even though it was up today, below the 103, which is critical support for the dollar index. I just want to give you that. So the dollar does not look strong. Remember what the dollar index is. It's comparing the US dollar versus a basket of 6 other currencies, including the yen and the euro, yada, yada, yada. Okay. The dollar is getting weaker compared to other currencies. The dollar is getting weaker compared to gold and silver. I want to give you this. All right. If you go back to, let's see if we can pull the date up on this. Whoops, I got the wrong thing here. There we go. If you go back to March 22nd, no, that's, wait a minute, I'm sorry. I'm looking at a short-term chart. I want to look at the day chart here. If you go back to March 11th, nope, actually they do the numbers backwards. Sorry, November 3rd, okay? The dollar index was trading at 112. That means since November, the dollar has lost 10% of its purchasing power. Just telling you, 10%, against the rest of the world's currencies. That's huge, guys. And it's been on a steady decline with the exception of one little blip up that we've had at the beginning of the year. Down. We're down 10% on the spending power of your dollar. You're feeling it in the store. This is how you're looking at global inflation. I can't say it enough. If you want to protect your money, the best place to be is in gold and silver. Simple as that. And again, it goes to the old saying: you want to buy a suit in, a tailored suit in 1920, it cost you 1 ounce of gold. You want to buy a tailored suit, a good tailored suit in 2020, it costs you 1 ounce of gold. Okay. The difference is it was $20 and now you're talking $2,000. Go the same way with a gallon of gas in 1960 compared to now. I mean, it all works out this way. That 1 ounce of gold, whatever that 1 ounce of gold will buy today, it will buy 100 years from now. The dollar probably won't exist 100 years from now. We'll be lucky if the dollar lasts 100 weeks from now. Okay. But this is what I'm saying. After everything I did today, I sure as hell wish I was Rumpelstiltskin, because spinning straw into gold would have been a nice little thing today when gold's up $50 an ounce in a single day. And if I look just before I close this off, let's see if I can find out what gold prices are here real quick at 408. We'll take a look. $2,000.60. So we've got a solid close above 2,000. That's significant. Have a good evening, guys. We'll see you in the morning. Pinball out.